What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a look at the FAQ for EB-01. Yes, I know EB-01 isn't actually out yet. I know we've got a little while to go before EB-01 drops and is in the wild. It's not actually getting released until May the 3rd, although to be fair, that ain't long away. It's 2 weeks. Literally 2 weeks. Nice. Oh, I'm hyped now, ladies and gentlemen, and it comes out before I head off on my next trip, so that's a good thing too. So we need to look at the FAQ. You know the deal. If you're going to play the game, you need to know the rules. So let's start off having a look at the new leader, Kozuki Oden. It's got a nice skill whereby Don X1 when attacking. If you've got a land of Wano character with a cost of 5 or more, this leader gains 1,000 power until the start of your next turn. Well, what if I have a character with a cost of 5 or more when I attack and activate the skill, but then for whatever reason I lose that 5 cost? Do I lose 1,000 power? No, you keep the 1,000 power, and the reason essentially is you get the 1,000 power extra when attacking, it activates when you attack, and then it's there and it stays around. So Kid and Killer when attacking, if your opponent has 2 or less life, this character gains 2,000 power. Well, if you gain an extra 2,000 power, but then my opponent's life goes up to 3 during the same turn, do I still get the 2,000 power? Same thing we just mentioned. It is very much a case of it activates at the moment you attack, and then it stays around, and it's there, and it does not go anywhere afterwards. Now, Little Oars Jr. is coming around in this set as well. And we got ourselves once per turn. If this character would be KO'd by an effect, you can trash an event or stage card from your hand instead. Well, can I use it to prevent a character being KO'd if I don't have an event or stage card? No, you can't. The whole point is you discard the event or stage to keep it in play. No event or stage, no dice. Now, Mini Merry is a lovely new stage. Activate main, rest this card, put one of your characters with 1,000 base power at the bottom of your deck, draw 1 card. Okay. Can I place a character with 1,000 base power, but a current power of 2,000 on the bottom of my deck to draw a card? Maybe you boosted it with another card, maybe you put a Don on there, whatever. Yes, you can, because it specifically says base power. That's the deal. Cavendish on play and when attacking. If your leader is a Supernova and you got no other Cavendish, set up to 2 of your Don as active. Well, if I don't have an EB-01 Cavendish, but I have, say, an OP-01 Cavendish, can I use my on play effect? No. It doesn't say if you have no other EB-01 Cavendish, it says if you have no other Cavendish. Any Cavendish whatsoever will turn off this skill. Now, Chambre here, or however it's supposed to be pronounced, has a rather lovely main. If your leader is a Supernova, return 1 character of yours to your owner's hand and play a 2 cost or less that is a different colour. Well, if I don't have a character in play, can I just use this to play a 2 cost? No, doesn't work like that. You've got to do the first half. You've got to bounce a character back. Now, Hannibal is the new blue and purple leader. At the end of your turn, you can return an Impel Down character with a cost of 2 or more to the owner's hand to add a Don card from your Don deck active. Well, if I have no cards in my Don deck, can I still use this to return a character of a cost of 2 or more to the owner's hand? Yes, because the stuff in bold before the colon you do, and then you look to see if you can do the rest. First you do the first bit, then you look to see if you can play a Don. I can't, never mind, I've already done the first bit. Now, in Azuma, at the end of your turn, if you've got 2 or fewer cards in hand, draw 2 cards. Well, what if my leader is Emporio Ivankov, and I have no cards in my hand at the end of my turn? And then I draw 2 cards of Emporio Ivankov. Can I use this to draw 2 more cards? Well, yeah, of course you can. Because Emporio Ivankov draws you 2. You've then got 2 or fewer cards in hand, so you draw another 2. Job's a good un. Now, Hamlet here, if you've got 4 or fewer cards in hand, all of your Smile characters gain 1,000 power. If I've got 4 or fewer cards in hand, does this card gain 1,000 power? Yes. And it's a similar kind of thing. You need to be looking at the wording here. It doesn't say all of your other Smile characters. It says all of your Smile characters. That includes this. Now, Gum Gum Champion Rifle, we got a 1-cost counter. If your leader has the Impel Down type, up to one of your leader or character cards gains 2,000 power during this battle, and then your opponent returns one of their active characters to their hand. Who chooses the character to return to the hand? The owner of the player who activated this counter. Which I'm not loving the wording of this, because your opponent returns one of their active characters makes it sound like they have the choice. This is one of the ones you really, really need to be aware of here. You get the choice. It makes the card way better. If my leader does not have the Impel Down type, can I still use the counter to have my opponent return an active character to the owner's hand? Nope. It also says then in the wording. So if you got the Impel Down type leader, gain 2k, and then your opponent returns a character to hand, no Impel Down leader, no nothing. Sorry, I'm a goner. It's got a lovely counter. Reveal 1 card from the top of your deck. If it's a cost 4 or more, return up to one of your characters to the owner's hand. Then place a revealed card at the bottom of your deck. Well, if the cost is 3 or less, what happens to the revealed card? Goes back on the top of your deck. It's like it never happened. Ooh, come my way. Lovely new card we're getting, a lovely new event card. And we've got a counter, Don -1. If your leader is Baroque Works, select one of your characters and you change the attack target to the selected character. Well, can I use this to change my opponent's attack to my own active character? Yes. Yes, you can. If I use this to change my opponent's attack to a character with blocker, can that character activate its blocker effect? No, it can't. Although, might I suggest, rather than playing a card to activate it, just use your blocker. Just go, oh, I'm blocking. Cool. Now, Curos is my favourite leader from the set, although let's be honest, they're all pretty terrible. Sorry. Activate main once per turn. You may turn 1 card from the top of your life face up to KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0. If the card at the top of my life is face up, can I use this to KO a character? No! We've actually seen this a bunch. There's a pretty strict rule in One Piece. If it says to turn the life face up, you have to turn the life face up. If it's already face up, gutted. Now, Scarlet's got an activate main, trash this character, to play a Dressrosa character with a cost of 3 or less other than Scarlet from your hand rested, and then give one of your opponent's characters -2 cost during this turn. Well, if I use this to play a Curos from my hand, and gave one of my opponent's characters with a cost of 3 -2 cost, can I then use a Curos to KO that character? I.e., is this all happening at the same time, or do I play Curos and then reduce cost such that the character I'm targeting would be too expensive at the time I played it? Nah, you're good. Actually makes Scarlet way better, because it means you're playing a card that can KO a character of a certain cost, but the minus cost happens at the same time, and we are good. Again, this one seems a little counterintuitive to me, because you play the character, then give the -2 cost, but essentially it's all happening at the same time, and you're good. Now, Brook is back in OP-05 on play, and real Brook, not Skeleton Brook. On play, if your opponent has a 0-cost character, this character gains Rush. If this character gains Rush, and then my opponent no longer has a 0-cost character, maybe I KO'd it, can I still attack this turn? Do I lose Rush? Yes, you can attack. No, you don't lose Rush. We saw this earlier on in this video. If skills are granted at a particular time, on play, when attacking, etc., you don't lose them if the conditions change. If they're a permanent skill that give you an advantage while this is happening, they will, but not if they're granted at a particular time. Now, Laboon is given a lot of love in this set, which makes me very happy. There's a baby Laboon. Once per turn, when a character is KO'd, draw a card, trash a card. If only this character is KO'd, can I activate it? Yes. Yes, you can. Which again makes this card a whole lot better. So yay! This is nice. Essentially, you get to use that skill right before you leave the field. Now, Finger Pistol is a new event card. Lets you trash 2 cards on the top of your deck to KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Can I do this if I only have 1 or 0 cards in my deck? You know the answer. You know the answer is no, because you've got to do what it says in bold before the colon, or the rest of the card doesn't activate. There we go. Viola, great card. You got blocker and on play. You either look at all of your opponent's life cards and put them back in any order you like, or turn all of your life face down. Well, when I use it to look at all of my opponent's life and put it back in any order, do I return them face up or face down? You return them how they were. If they were face up, they stay face up. If they were face down, they stay face down. You do not rearrange them in that regard. You just rearrange the order. When I use it to put my face up cards face down, can I change the order? Ha! Good try. But no, definitely not. That would be broken. You're just turning the face up ones face down. Be great if it worked that way. Would also be too good. Kingdom Come is a new event card. As a main, you KO one of your opponent's characters and then trash cards on the top of your life until you have 1 life card. Okay, if I have 1 or less life, does the effect increase or decrease my number of life? Nope. It does not change the number of life because you already have 1 life. But again, if we look at the wording here, you KO one of your opponent's characters, then trash until you have 1 remaining. So if you've got 1 life, you KO a character, and then you look and go, oh, I've got 1, we're good. Now, there is also a trigger that KOs one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the total cost of yours and your opponent's life. Well, let's say I've got 2 life, my opponent's got 2 life, my leader takes a damage, and then the card I check is this. Can I use this trigger to KO a 4 cost? No. Because at the moment the trigger activates, combined 3 life. When you look at the card, that's when you look to see how much life is remaining. Oh, did someone say Kami? Well, here we've got a main, playing it now of a cost of 7 or less from your hand or trash, then trash cards on the top of your life until you have 1 life card. What if I've only got 1? Does it change the number? No, we did this already. Let's move on. And then finally, Mr. 2, Boncray Bentham. We've got an on-play, add up to 1 Don from your Don deck active. But more importantly for the FAQ, when you're attacking, you select one of your opponent's characters, and this character becomes their base power during this turn. Well, if I've got Don X1, if I've put a Don on here, right, and I choose a 5k, does that give me 6k? Yes, it does. And that's kind of the point here. By making your opponent's character the same as your power, you can put 1 Don on and outpower any character and basically take out any rested character. That is basically the point of Boncray Bentham here. So that's how it works. Whack 1 Don on and you'll be more powerful than any character when you're attacking that you choose. There we go. That's the FAQ for EB-01. Slightly shorter here. Got it into 1 video. I'm proud of myself, but now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these rulings make sense. Tell me if any are confusing. There are a couple here which I'm not loving, but I've explained that to you, so now it's over to you guys. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.